It's time to get your motors running and head out on the highway. The annual Ride for Dragonfly is coming up, and we're actually at Dragonfly today with John Wright, who is one of the guys responsible for the Ride to Dragonfly. John, great to see you again this year.
Thanks. I really appreciate you letting me have the time to come on and talk about the ride.
So for people who are unfamiliar, what is the Ride for Dragonfly?
The Ride for Dragonfly is an event that originated back in 2017. There was a little boy by the name of Walter Superbubs Herbert, and he was a dragonfly, and unfortunately he was diagnosed with neuroblastoma. And one of his wishes was to ride a motorcycle before he passed away. A friend of mine, who is also the co-coordinator of this ride, knew that I had put on other rides in the past, so he contacted me and a few other friends. A few phone calls were made, and within 48 to 72 hours, we had 100 motorcycles pull into his neighborhood. Completely took him by surprise. We put him in a sidecar, and he led a procession, police escorted ride to a local restaurant in Coleraine. The look on that boy's face when it was over is, to this day, one I'll never ever forget.
And so talk about how the Ride for Dragonfly is evolved over the years and what it means for you to have this partnership with Dragonfly.
The Dragonfly, because of what the foundation does, the ride has grown over the years because word has gotten out about how beneficial the organization is. Dragonfly has helped, in its 14 years now, has helped pediatric cancer patients, families, and their siblings, over approaching 8,000 people in the tri-state area. They don't just help the patient, they help the families, and they give assurance to the families that they're not alone during this time when somebody is diagnosed with cancer. They let them know that they're family, and they maintain their quality of life, help maintain their quality of life when their primary concern is on the diagnosis of their child. And so what they do is they strive to provide day-to-day fulfillment by helping them, by giving them gas cards so they can get the patient to and from doctor's appointments. They give them gift cards for such things as groceries or other essentials like I said, gas, groceries, and whatever stuff that they may not have forgotten. So they try and make it as easy and a pleasant experience for what it can be at that time. I mean, they also offer other avenues of joy and opportunities through, for instance, a family day at the zoo, concert venues, tickets to sporting events like the Bengals, the soccer team and the Reds. The Superbubs was a Dragonfly. And for those that may remember, he was at a Reds game and befriended Joey Votto. Joey hit a home run that night, and when he crossed the plate, he gave Superbubs his jersey and the home run jersey. So that's
doesn't get any better than that.
Exactly, yes.
Well, I mean, it's amazing how these simple gestures can have such a big impact on these kids and their families. Are you still looking for people to sign up for the ride?
Absolutely, absolutely. They can. We open for registration at Queen City Harley-Davidson, 4860 Premier Way in Westchester at 10:30 in the morning, or they can go online at dragonfly.org/motorcycle, and they can sign up to either be a ride participant or they can be a road blocker, which helps us controlling some of the streets along the route. We're expecting 150 to 200 participants this year because the motorcycle community is a very giving community.
For someone who's never attended the Ride for Dragonfly before, John, what can they expect when they come out that day?
When they come out, they can expect a lot of camaraderie. They're very friendly, a bunch of people. They're not just guys in leathers. They're moms, their dads, their grandparents. They come from all different walks of life. And as I said, they're very giving. And we all look out for each other. And they want to help whatever causes they can. People got to realize they pay to ride in these things. So if you're driving and all of a sudden there's a roadblock or whatever and there's all these motorcycles going by, please don't get mad. These people have put money out to give to a charitable cause, and they're trying to help somebody. So at the end of the ride, we're going to wind up at Lori's Roadhouse for a great after party by a band called Tempted Souls. We're going to have plenty of food for purchase and drink. We got eight vendors that are going to be there. It's going to be a great time. We're hoping everybody will come out. So.
Let's say someone watching doesn't have a motorcycle, but they'd still like to participate somehow in the Ride for Dragonfly. How can they get involved?
Come on out. Come out to Lori's Roadhouse, which is in the shopping center right around the corner from Queen City Harley-Davidson on Premier Way in Westchester. There's going to be merchandise for sale. You can bid. We're going to have a number of huge baskets that we're going to be raffling off, along with other things. So come on out for the after party starting at 1 o'clock. We guarantee you're going to have a good time.
And John, I have to ask you on a personal level, what does this event mean to you personally?
Oh my God. As I said earlier, what continues to get me excited every year is to see the look on these kids' faces when they go out and do these things, like Super Bubs doing that ride, all these different things, concert venues and the sporting events, and the look on the kids' faces and the satisfaction and happiness in their eyes, and the fact that even though they're going through cancer treatment or whatever, they're still being a kid and their families are with them. And that's what is so enjoyable to me to see. And the Dragonfly is such a big influence in being able to help these kids do that.
All right, John, so let's remind everybody again when and where the Ride for Dragonfly is taking place and how they can get signed up.
Saturday, September 7th, Queen City Harley-Davidson, 4860 Premier Way in Westchester. You can register in person from 10:30 to 11:30, or you can go online at dragonfly.org/motorcycle.
All right, what do you say, John? You ready to hit the road?
Ready to roll right now.